It works. Okay, good. Wow, I was getting nervous. It was not working for a while. Okay, so my streaming software had an error, and I had to Google for like 30 minutes trying to figure out what was wrong with it. But hi! Hi, Arwen. Finally got it working, so now I can finally start the stream. Okay. Yeah, just trying to settle down into art mode again from erroring technology mode. See. Uh-oh. I need to stop touching stuff that I don't know what they do. Okay, I'm just gonna focus on the drawing now. Good to finally get that figured out. Okay, so hello everybody. Oops, popping in. Now today's live stream will once again be Inktober. Today's prompt is again another one that I missed from a previous day, and the prompt is toxic. Kind of sounds dark, but I wanted to do a more seriously toned character design. I'm good, Arwen. How are you? Hi, you're finally early. Cool. Welcome. How are you guys doing? I started. Oh, really? I'm sorry. The stream started a little later than normally today. I meant it to start earlier, but had a few technology issues, which honestly, when doing anything online, I guess it's bound to happen sooner or later. Let's see what I have. Today's drawing. Ah, okay. Rest, you're good. Well, that's good. As long as your day's going at least kinda okay today. Let's see. Should probably do a gray background. Kind of get in the mood, as this is going to be a slightly darker than usual drawing, not as cutesy. Well, that's a good gray. Kind of goopy kind of color. For this prompt being toxic, I kind of wanted to do... I was deciding whether I wanted to do a character with like a gas mask among a bunch of chemicals or something, or just like this creature that is made of toxic waste or something. So I chose to do a kind of goop creature, kind of slimy, maybe a little crazy. I don't know, something different. I feel like getting cable for drawing tablet. Do you have a drawing tablet? Has it been having issues recently? Wow, I'm sorry. I hope you're able to get a new one that doesn't get damaged in some way, because that's annoying. I remember when my first tablet got messed up. I had to get a new one recently. I did post about it, but I had to get a new one recently because I apparently used it so much and forgot to replace nibs, so it totally scratched up like the middle of the tablet, so I couldn't use it anymore. Would have all these issues and wouldn't really work. technical issues. I guess it's fine. Everyone can relate to them. Anyone who uses technology. Something goes wrong, something errors. It's all something I guess we have to live with in a technologically somewhat advanced lifestyle, I guess. Everything's online. You could have network issues, computers crash, all kinds of stuff. Let's see how should this go. Oh, I am so sorry. Was my mic off? Was my mic off all this time? I'm so sorry. Okay. I don't know if you. I am so sorry. Did you not hear what I was saying? Oh, I was over here talking about it. It's okay. I totally understand. We all have all those days. I am so sorry. Oh my gosh, I thought I turned it on. I must have accidentally turned it off. Or forgot to turn it back on when I turned it off. But I totally understand. When it's okay. We all have all those days. We're living in a time of technical issues and things inside or outside our control. It's totally fine. I understand. And what I was saying about the Inktober prompts, I'm so glad you can hear me now, but about the Inktober prompts, I am using a list created by someone on Instagram, Characters by Jenny. I found her list at the beginning of October. Since, I don't know, I wasn't too into following the more popular one they had out for Inktober, so I was just looking for a random one, and quite a few of her prompts were making me inspired, so I've been following hers whenever I have time to jump on and start drawing something. But yeah, that's how it's been going. So how are you guys doing? How are you guys doing? Anything positive going on? You found out something new? Something interesting happened? Something surprised you recently? Anything like that? Hmm. Nothing. Oh, it's okay. I'm sure that'll pass. There are always those days and times that pass by. It's okay. I understand. Hmm. I almost closed my stuff. So if you don't have anything for that question, if you guys do a lot of art, or just even sometimes occasionally, what is your favorite way of doing it? Digitally, like on a tablet or phone, or do you prefer to do it traditionally on a notebook or a sketchbook? Hmm. Oh, really? That's cool. Oh, you do? Okay, that's okay. I understand. But cool, you got a job. Do you like it? Oh, that's a pretty good method. Just making the sketches first and then doing it on doing it digitally. That's a pretty good way of doing it. I've never actually done things like that. I usually just do everything either on paper or digitally. I've thought about it, but I've never actually tried. Ah, okay, I understand. Like traditional art. Yeah, I used to do mostly traditional art before I got a drawing tablet and stuff. I got pretty used to it. Okay, let me phrase that. When I first started, I totally relate to things kind of looking not the best. I tried. The first programs I tried using, well, besides Photoshop, was a program more so for making icons and stuff, more illustration, vector art, so not really a lot of, I guess, stylus use, so things looked kind of stiff and I didn't like it. But it took me a while to get used to Photoshop. Oh, really tired? Well, it's good that you at least like it, though. Let's head to software. Let me get the shape of this person first. Start doing details before I got a look defined. Have I ever used IBS Paint? No, actually. When I first started doing digital art, it was because I knew someone who already did plenty of things online, made logos and stuff, pretty much did his own digital work. So when he knew I wanted to get into digital art, he kind of just let me try out Photoshop, and now he lets me use it. So now I have Photoshop and use it for all of my digital work. I haven't really tried many other programs. Yeah, I've never really tried other things like GIMP or Fire Alpaca. I pretty much just started with Photoshop, yeah. Oops, that is way too big. Medibang? I don't think so. What is that? Oh, another program? Yeah, no, I have not tried that. Most of my art in general I do on my laptop. I haven't really tried on my phone. I've tried doing a couple programs where you draw with your finger, but I'm not very I'm not very good at that. But yeah, I haven't tried many apps. It's like Final Cut drawing version. Oh, okay. Oops. This is like too long. I'm not sure. Kind of make it be and melt in with the. Drawing with your fingers the worst for you. Oh yeah, I can relate. Yeah, I don't have much experience with it, and I'm not very good at it. I think my uncle gave me a stylus for my phone, and I tried doing it with that. It's a little easier, but it's kind of like really round, so it's almost like trying to color with a crayon. It's kind of chunky, so getting precision's a little hard with it. It's an online server. Oh, that's cool. That seems fun. But yeah, that's cool. I haven't tried many other softwares. Before I used Photoshop, I just, as far as any digital artwork, I just used any random drawing type art game I could find on like these random kid websites or whatever I tried looking on. So I don't have too much experience with actually looking for any decent art programs. Though I have seen that quite a few people said that Photoshop doesn't really work that well for them, so I definitely wouldn't suggest trying to get that first. Trying to get any really expensive programs, since a lot of people say they prefer smaller or lighter programs that work just fine for them. Hi, Captain. Also, I see you are familiar with the program. I think his arm's too high up. That's cool. A little information exchange there. It's just the right hand. Hello. Glad you could pop in. Speaking of drawing programs, what are some other drawing programs you have either seen, used, and would recommend to people? This has got a really lengthy hand. It's really skinny fingers. Is that the look I want? It's supposed to be kind of goopy. How solid are his hands? I think his palm is really small though. It's better. Metabang via alpaca. I am likely going to stream tomorrow. Yes, most likely. I don't think I have a lot of things to do during the day, so yeah, I should be able to stream tomorrow afternoon, and as long as there are no more technical issues. Oh, really? Oh, that's cool. Free and from the same peoples. That's a nice reason to go for a product or software. Let me finish this guy's body though. Oh, I've heard a lot about Krita. That's cool. That's cool. Oh, device problems. Yeah. For some reason, my laptop just can't recognize some things, whether it's just like certain devices or some programs it just has a problem with. I've been looking to get a new one recently, as it has been having a couple other technical issues, and I really don't want one day for my laptop to just not come up and I just lose my information for some reason. Oops. Let me fix this arm, but I should finish this part. Eef. Neef. Coral reef. Oops. But yeah, so are those things you would probably suggest to people if they were looking into starting with digital art, you know, if they wanted to, as some people do prefer traditional. Oh, really? Well, that's cool. Neef cousin. Yay, I learned a new word in a new language today. Thank you for that. I heard a noise. Aw, okay. Bye. If you are leaving. I am so new to streaming, man. I hear that noise so many times, and I'm pretty sure it means something positive, but I cannot remember at the moment. But if someone just did something positive, yay, thank you. For any of you guys still here, since we still are on the topic of drawing and art, what are some of your favorite things to draw or spend your time doing? This mic is off. Oh, really? That's cool. I've seen quite a few, at least from the people that I follow and are related to certain art accounts I've been seeing on Instagram, but I've seen quite a few people into drawing their OCs. In September, there was this whole thing going around called OC Tember, if you've ever heard about it, which is just drawing your OC, or either that one or new ones, just doing stuff with different prompts. As good as 4 fingers. I've actually been able to create a couple OCs with Inktober. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with them. Besides just drawing them more times. Ah, really? Interesting. That's a good question. That's a good topic, though, talking about favorite prompts. Because I like prompts, actually. They're pretty fun. Get you inspired by one topic. Mine? I like a lot of different prompts, as it kind of depends on my mood a little bit, because I definitely do like prompts for, like, cuter things, and then sometimes I do a few more dramatic looking prompts, but anything that includes character design, really. That can have do a unique or inspiring character creation is what I'm into. Oops, whoa, okay. Especially food. I guess I can say that's one of my favorites, food. I really like making characters off of food. And yeah, mostly just food. Something really cool when you can make and color and food that looks really appetizing, like how they do it in anime. Anime food always looks really good. Has there ever been any anime you watched and they just showed some type of food that you either had or never had before but just really wanted to try because of how amazingly good they made it look? Oh, really? That's cool. I know most anime are really good at showing food in a really colorful way. Oh, Food Wars. So hi, welcome to the stream. I think I've heard about that anime. I've seen a couple clips. I know they've, since it is about food, it makes sense that the food looks really amazing in that one. Ah, okay. I have to look what the danger symbol looks like again. I know there's one with a triangle. What's the other one? I'll look into it in a minute. Tips to help with pain or paint? Let's see, how's I gonna do this one? Hola! Oh, falling down. It depends on where it is. Like, if you just hit and bruise something, I would definitely suggest. They always have the whole elevate and rest strategy. If you hit something, I would definitely suggest a colder compress, trying not to be gentle with it. Oof. Oh, that's not bueno. Desktop, supermarket floor. Yeah, definitely number one, rest. Try to make sure, try not to move too much, definitely. Just trying to relax for a minute to let your body do its thing. Plenty of water. It's the good stuffs. There's something I wanted to do with this head, I feel like. Oh, goodness. Okay. Uh-oh. Why do I keep grabbing that toe? Do I speak in multiple languages? Yes, I do. I speak in English. I speak pretty decent Spanish. I am working to be fluent in it, and I know very little, I don't know if it could be considered basic, but Korean. And like a couple Japanese phrases. But yeah. I enjoy learning about different cultures and stuff. And languages are included, so. Also, knowing other languages kind of helps me communicate with people that watch from other countries. Which reminds me, I was thinking about trying to set up captions for my videos in other languages more accurately. What about you? You school? You in Spanish? Oh, that's good. I was about to ask, do you guys know any languages or enjoy anything of other cultural arts or food or anything interesting like that? Backenders. Favorite song? What is my favorite song? Speak English, Dutch, Old Dutch, bit of Spanish, and understand a bit of German. That's really cool. That's cool to know a bunch of languages. Y mi canción favorito, no tengo uno porque me gustan muchas canciones y ¿cómo se dice? Géneros de música. Sí. So no tengo uno favorito, canción favorito, tengo muchos. But yeah, I like a lot of songs. Do you guys prefer any specific genre, or are you just kind of listen to whatever sounds nice? See, I want this thing to look a little bit less humanoid. Maybe its eyes should be smaller. Everything before 2014. Okay, that's good. Oh, chileno. Interesante. Very neat. Just heads up though, well, sorry when I talk kind of slow while I'm drawing. I'm still getting used to the drawing while talking, since usually when I make my videos I usually just draw and then do the talking part over and later and just kind of put it over. Especially during the sketching phase, I'm trying to figure out exactly how I want this to look. Something's bothering me about it. But yeah, you guys can totally keep talking, and I can totally keep asking you guys more questions. Like, for example, would you guys consider yourselves outdoor or indoor people? Do you like being inside and at home, or do you like being out and experiencing things? Whatever comes to mind. maybe just look like it's just forming out of stuff. Indoor hermit with a bird. Okay, yeah, that's understandable. Spending time inside is really nice. Hmm? Uh-oh. Oh, wow, Pandy. Neat. Oh. Japonés. Sí, no sé mucho, or no sé nada en Chilean. Or chileno. Oh, really? Oh, that's cool. Do you travel often? Do any of you guys travel much? Or if you don't, would you like to travel much? Oops. Not anymore? Ah. Bacán is cool? Oh. Gracias. Hmm. It's looking very goopy. Ah. Muy astuto. Neato. Okay, so what are you guys' favorite types of restaurants? What kind of places do you like to go to eat? Or do you prefer eating things at home? Just homemade things? Traveling. Oh, cool. Those seem like pretty cool places to visit, but yeah, I see how traveling could be a little hard. Oh, sí. Comiendo y besando? ¿O es comiendo otra palabra de Chilean? Hollywood? Oh, cool. Make stuff at home? Oh, okay. Lo siento. I cannot tell. One point, I forgot which time I put it off. Okay, so if I go back in the chat. Hollywood is a place in Spain restaurant Spain. That's really cool to know. Hi, Miracle. Welcome to the stream. Glad you could pop in. We are on the topic of talking about food, restaurants you've been to, new foods, things like that. And yeah, I am currently drawing something based on the topic of toxic. Yeah, that was the prompt. Toxic. So I want to do something a little more spoopy-ish, I guess. A little creature of biohazard waste or something. You know, one of those sci-fi type creatures. You love food, that's good. So we are on the topic of food, so I don't think I asked this yesterday, but what are your favorite restaurants, places to eat, types of food to have? Food is a really good topic. Carete fiesta, oh cool. And getting a lesson, yeah, a few words in Chileno, I think, from Pandy. A little Spanish and Chileno in there. It's always cool to learn new stuff, so that's always nice. Something on his head. Do I want his head to look like that? No, I don't. I'm not trying to give him dog ears or something. It's biohazard, just waste creature. It's not a pupper. Can make his mouth wider. Yeah, that's how you get it spoopy. Make him a really wide mouth. For no reason. Feria? I'm not sure. Polo? Lolo? Mexican food and what's fresh. Yes. Yeah, I do like traditional Mexican food. I do make quite a bit of it myself, and I definitely do prefer it over some of the Americanized restaurant versions. Yeah, the traditional stuff is pretty much always better than mass-produced versions and commercial versions. I might, but possibly I might not recognize the name. Eddie? Edis. Ooh. I got another can of biohazard over here. Today's stream may be a little shorter because I do have to finish a tad early because I have a couple things I do have to do after the stream. But I will try to have it up as long as I can, and whenever this drawing is finished. One of these should be like tentacles type things, like kind of spoopy and have sprouts coming off. Ooh. Melon juice. Oh, hold up. I should move up in the chat. You guys said things. It's bunch of week. Ah, I see, Arwen. It's a week party. Interesting. I've never heard of that. Idiom. Modismos, according to say. Oh, okay. And the melon juice. That's cool. Dog cake. You mean like that, a cake that looks a lot like a dog? Oh, my hardness is down. Oof. I thought the line art looked kind of soft. Not line art, the sketch. No sabo mucho en español de México, pero poquito, a few, I think. It's a cake that looks like a puppy. Yeah, I think I've seen those like on Instagram and stuff. It's really interesting detail too. Oh wow. Okay. Changing the subject to something a little more positive would be preferred, but that is interesting. Oh, the dog was so sad. Oh, yeah, I've seen those. I saw one where there was like a dog saw it and it got scared when the cake was cut. Poor little dogs, they don't understand. Poor little doggos. Oops. Like them tentacles, that should work. I'm gonna color this in soon because I think this is about how I want it to look. Ah, Korean. Oh, okay. It's fine, I understand. I just do prefer that the stream is a little more on the positive side. Looks like Bendy. Yeah, I could see that. Except a little bit of a less of a pointy head. Oops. And choose yourself a queen. Okay, puedo, hablo, 안녕하세요. That's it. I know how to say hi, but I forgot how to say my name is. I need to get back on practicing more Korean too. I've been pretty busy because I have been studying for a lot of tests. So I've been having time for some streams, some streaming, drawing, but I should definitely get back with my Korean practice. Let's see his leg. He's looking like a goat leg over here. I guess it could look like a goat leg. It's kind of messed up. I need to clean up the lines. Cause I still want it to be recognizable. Ooh. And get a mixture of Bendy, Slenderman, and literally anything spooky and mushy into the drawing. Echo. I know I've heard of it, but I don't know if I've seen it. Oh, God, I had to Naruto run to the charger. That's okay, I understand. This could look a little better. before I started doing this drawing, I was really debating on if I wanted to do a more seriously looking one or a smaller cutesy little gumdrop type goopy thing. It was kind of hard to decide because I was looking at a lot of little slime creature inspiration things, and there were so many really cute ones and so many really cool looking ones. It was hard to pick. But I think I chose to do this one because I already did a cutesy drawing like 2 days ago, and I wanted to try something a little different today. Counting stars. Oh. La ñ. Ñ. Sí, la ñ. No. Puedo. I can say the ñ sound. Puedo decir ñ. Niño y otras palabras. When I learn a language, I try my best to learn the correct pronunciation of it because I really don't want to be like that person who knows the language but they pronounce it really off and weird and cringy or something. Not to anyone offense anyone learning language, because of course if you're trying to learn a new language, dialects and stuff come in, but like if you know how to pronounce something and could totally say it right, saying things like jalapeno or tortilla purposefully is just like, you can do better. So every time I learn a language, I try my best to be able to pronounce it as closely to the native pronunciation as possible. The M with the little tilde, yeah, the little squiggle on top. I think I grew up around quite a few people that could speak Spanish, so I did get to hear the pronunciation of it and other Spanish words, so yeah, I'm pretty good with most Spanish pronunciation. The other thing is, I have a little problem with trying to roll my R's. I can kind of do it, but like, I can get by with saying words in Spanish without needing to do it too hard. As long as I can kind of say it and they know what I'm trying to say, then it works for me. There you go, get that goopy hand. The R and the G and the CH, yeah. Oh, 6th time watching. Yeah, I understand that. I have little siblings that, one of them specifically who likes to, my little sister really, she's been in my videos before, so if you've seen the video of me having a special guest, that's my little sister. So she, as a small child, she likes watching things a lot over and over and over again. Can't necessarily say that she get used to it, but they grow out of it eventually. Either that or just get really into another video or movie that she watches 50 times before she gets into something else. The name of the video? Oh, I think I just said it. The video of, I'm pretty sure it was some kind of milestone that I got to. Getting 1,000? Uh-oh, I didn't put up a thumbnail on that one, but no, actually it was called the Random Prompts Challenge with a special guest. It was right before my video about how to draw wings. The Dutch use the R and the G. Ah, okay. The TJE? That's interesting. I should look into that. I feel like this could have more detail in it. I want it to look interesting. I can't wait to add the details. I should start coloring this. Also, I'm going to start adding details for like 3 hours. And I don't want the stream to last too long, so. Yeah, there he is. Pretty goopy there. Kiss, kusuche. Okay, cool, Miracle. I guess I always think like when learning another language, it's interesting when they try, especially if the language uses like different symbols, like for Korean or Russian or something, when they use different symbols, and then if you're learning it from English, then the way it's written, it's kind of funny to try to get the pronunciation right. So it definitely is easier hearing it, but yeah, I could see stuff still being hard to pronounce. Especially when you got those rules for grammar, especially, and then the exceptions. English is especially like hard to get with the way some of these rules work, or what they call rules, and then have so many exceptions, and then the slang, how interesting slang is getting nowadays. Wow, the biohazard symbol is interesting. Okay, yeah, questions, of course. Sure, sorry. Usually when I'm in the sketching phase, my brain finds it. I'm still getting used to talking and drawing at the same time. But sure, I can ask some questions. Let's see. If you do art or whatever you enjoy doing, what or who has been the most inspiring to you? What really gets you in the mood to start doing your passion, your talent? Oh yeah, dictionaries. Yeah, dictionaries are helpful because they'll write out how things are pronounced too. Sometimes a little more accurately than some sources. Oops. I need to stop pressing that button. Your teacher? And not for a fun reason, Oofy. Sometimes wanting to prove someone wrong or want to show someone that's ever doubted you in life, it may not be the most positive or fun reason to be inspired to do what you do, but I mean, everyone does have their different stories and reasons for doing what they do. That's some little dots here and there. You want to prove her wrong? Yeah, I can get that. I know quite a few stories of people who do artwork and stuff, because I think it sucks. There's so many stories of people that have been told, looked down on, made fun of just because they really want to do what they want. They have a passion to do art or dance. I used to only draw FNAF characters. Oh yeah, Artie Joyful. Sounds familiar. It's okay if you sneeze. Used to watch her sweet paints. Oh, that's cool. You were 6. You started drawing characters. That's really cool. Everyone does get inspired by different artists and people, and fan art is definitely a way to get into art. see. Another question. Unless you guys are still talking about other things that inspired you to do artwork. Oops, did not mean to make it go total full screen. Alright, I think that is enough goop so I can start coloring. Oh, okay, you were done. I didn't know if people were still typing. It would be helpful if the chat showed like someone was typing so I'd know whether someone was typing something or we're gonna say something else. Okay, so any more questions were... Let me think. If you had to pick one thing, let's say one show or one movie that you could that you could watch, what would it be? What would you pick? The Potato Movie. I heard it's the best movie of the year. Critics rate it 10 out of 10 and got 100 on Rotten Tomatoes. 10 out of 10 on IMDb. Wait, no. F to Echo. I feel like I know that movie. I should Google it. Oh yeah, I remember when that movie was... When did that movie come out? 2014? Wow. I remember seeing trailers for that movie, but I don't think I ever watched it. Kazoo. Never watched the Potato Movie. Oh, that's cool. So do you guys enjoy more action or sci-fi genres of movie? Or just what is your favorite movie genre? Ooh, I should do some dramatic lighting on this. Dramatic-esque. I think this is the second time I've done a drawing that looks so goopy. It's on YouTube now? Oh, it's a 28-minute movie. Cute robot movies. It depends. Yeah, I get that. I mean, it's pretty normal to have more than just one interest in something. Gotta fill up as much. Fill up this empty space. I forgot I did not finish with that biohazard symbol. It looks funny. Horror fan. Story fanship. Interesting. Does that mean did you watch that, the second It movie when it came out? Oops, wrong thing. get that goopiness between. Really? Both love horror? That's cool. Need to watch the new It movie? Did you just see the first one or the second one? Or have you seen both? Because personally, I haven't seen either. I not exactly a horror movie type person, but I have heard some people really like the rush and the feeling of the horror of it and just how it's written. And sometimes some people like watching bad horror movies just because they're good. They're a good laugh. Oh my god. Wow. Well, so I'm assuming you've been into horror movies for a while then. Well then, gee, maybe I should step up the spook factor in this one. Got a bunch of horror movie fans in here. Scoot this down. Go right there. Watch and read the book of It? Did it start from books? I wouldn't be surprised. Quite a few movies come from books. Really? You watched Annabelle when you were 5 and you didn't think it was scary? Huh. I guess I kind of can relate to some of the scary things. Because for some reason when I was little, I used to want to watch The Nightmare Before Christmas. I'm not sure why. I never did. But I just kind of wanted... I would just see, like, previews and trailers. I was like, that seems interesting to watch. I don't know. What about it? But I've got to say, I have seen pictures of Oogie Boogie. And I don't know why. The big potato sack looking character. I don't know why. I really like his character design. It was a book. Stephen King. Oh. Okay. So it was a book. That's interesting. Is this thing dripping enough? Does he need to drip more? I want it to look kind of messy, but not in a bad way. I think that is enough dripping. And I should finish that biohazard symbol on the side. Oh, okay. That's okay. I understand. I usually read... I'm used to reading relatively fast. Even though this chat box isn't fast right now, I have got a habit of skim reading, so I can kind of pick up what... I'm pretty sure what you're trying to say in the chat. But it's okay. I understand. But yeah, interesting. We got horror fans in here. Add in the viscosity of his goop. Let me see. Oh yeah, I was gonna add another tentacle right here. In this one book. This knows all long essays. Sure. Hi, welcome. You can join in the conversation. We're talking about horror movies and like books and what kind of genres of movies you're into. You can pop in and jump in. What kind of movies you like? Oh, you can pop in. It's open discussion. As long as it's stream appropriate, of course. Reading a book called Doll Bones. Interesting. That does sound creepy. I don't know. Quite a few people don't say dolls are creepy, but like mannequins and dolls, I do see how I guess a little bit of Hidden Valley, what was it called? Uncanny Valley, excuse me. Uncanny Valley can come in with spooky things that look kind of like something you would recognize, like dolls and mannequins that kind of look like people, but then like their eyes are a little off and how still they are, and just when they sit there and just stare. I used to have baby dolls when I was little, but I didn't like them. You like old dolls? I do like puppets, marionettes. For some reason, I really like those, but when they're like little baby dolls, and like pieces. They're just sitting around and sometimes missing eyes, and then they just stare at you. Repair them with my neighbor. Oh, that's cool. I cannot say I am personally a fan of little dolls, but little porcelain. You know, some porcelain dolls look really pretty. I think some of the decorative fancy ones, they're really pretty and nice, but I don't know, some of the creepy ones, they are meant to be creepy, but oh, wow. Very spoopy. Dolls looking nothing like the real one. Oh, the Annabelle movie? Yeah, some people do complain when there's like movies that are based on books, but it's really not like the source material at all. But then they do say it's their interpretation of the book, or adaptation. I don't know. It is kind of nice when a movie is pretty close to a book. But then again, I guess if it's a live action movie, specifically for like casting and stuff, you can't always get actors that look like the role they're supposed to be playing or something like that. Remember, Scooby-Doo. Scooby-Doo is a nice series. I used to really like I used to watch a lot of the episodes of the old one, and then when they made Scooby-Doo Mystery Incorporated, that one had a really spooky vibe to it. I don't know, I really liked that one. The newer one they have out now is okay, but I really liked the Mystery Incorporated one. Why do I keep grabbing the rotating tool? Oops, that is the wrong direction. Oh no. Oops, my pen is acting funny. Okay, it's better. You want to see Annabelle? English is bad. Oh, okay. From Brazil. That's okay. Ooh, I was about to speak in Spanish. Brazil speaks in Portuguese. That's the wrong language. In 5th grade, yeah, small library. Really? A FNAF book? It was really scary. Oh my. It had blood and guts. I don't want to go into detail. Okay, that's understandable. In 5th grade, you had a FNAF book in school? She's in a glass box. Yeah, I think Annabelle is in a glass box. It's okay. Comunista? Lo siento. Wait, that is Spanish. Excuse me. I don't know how to say things in Portuguese. Hold on. But it's okay. Está certo? If I said that right. But it's okay. I totally understand. There are people from like all over the place in this chat coming over from Brazil or like in England somewhere, in Spain. It's perfectly okay. I totally understand, as I am trying to communicate in Spanish sometimes and it is not perfect, so I completely understand not being able to speak a language as well as you would like to. Oh, really? That's really good. I can relate. I'm pretty good with writing, especially. I've always liked grammar and writing and stuff like that, but that's really good. Being a little ahead for things like reading and stuff it's always helpful. But wow, again, I did not think they would have a FNAF book, especially with such graphic contents. A little library. Alrighty, I think I can start coloring it now. Let's finish up the symbol. It does have good lore. I do enjoy it. I think that's why I got all into it. I liked the bit of story and stuff that's in FNAF. It's like one of the few horror-esque series that I really got into. And I've even played a couple of them, like not Sister Location. I want to try Sister Location and VR Help Wanted, but I don't have a VR set. But I have tried Ultimate Custom Night and Pizzeria Simulator, and I can confirm many jump scares have happened. It's not your favorite story personally? That's fine. Hate math? Oh, oh, it's okay. That's understandable. It's like an up and down thing with me with math because it's like I can get it honestly, but it's just not helpful when you get a teacher that's not too helpful. But when I get it, I'm fine. I just want to know how to do the questions and I can get it done. I'm A-okay. Just tell me clearly how to do the steps and I'm fine. And failing Baldi's Basics. Oh, my brother tried that, Baldi's Basics. I remember there was seeing a couple people playing the more full version and like the camping version. The FNAF community. Yeah, FNAF has changed recently. And I do get some people having a couple problems with the storyline maybe not seeming as coherent as it could with a couple plot holes, it seems, unless Scott Cawthon is like has everything planned out and then he's just releasing more things will supposedly become more clear as games are released. But I don't know, it was really nice when it was first starting out. People say that about a lot of things, really. It was always nicer when it first started out, and then when it started getting more popular it changed, and then it's like not the same. The games are different. Oh yeah, I remember when the FNAF movie was gonna be a thing. I remember it being stopped because of, either it was because of the script or making the animatronics was, there were some issues with making the animatronics, one of those two. But I remember seeing some post about it being like, it's gonna be out, the production on it is gonna be starting sometime. I'm pretty sure it said that they already have a script for it, so I don't know. Which then makes me think of the Sonic the Hedgehog movie, which I'm glad they stopped production and changed Sonic's design. It made me sad and frightened, as I'm sure a lot of people were watching the... Ooh, yeah, I really like watching a lot of game theories. MatPat does really good theory videos. 2020 or 2021? Never. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm a little behind in the chat. Baby coming out. Liked Custom Night, you know? Yeah, a lot of people didn't like Custom Night too much because it was like any scariness or jump scares in it was kind of lost if you know what's gonna happen, and especially if like not the night feels uneventful or something. So that's understandable. Plus, a lot of people just thought it was just for more jump scares and not really much in it to do, or like once you played through it enough times, it was just like it lost its replay value to some people. Hello, picture of someone with oranges. Orgoth, the creator of the rain. Game theory, so it's my favorite. Yeah, I always liked watching game theories stuff on FNAF. MatPat does a lot of really good videos for FNAF. Speaking of game theory, actually I was watching GT Live about it, but some of the more spoopy games, like, not spoopy games, one of them, but one of them was Untitled Goose Game. That's becoming a huge thing, but Giraffe Town is another thing that's kind of spoopy and weird that's been played on GT Live recently. Oh, Cammy? Oh, that's cool. Cammy. I should learn how to read. Is it kanji? I think. So that symbol is the ka? Or it's like... Oh, okay. That sounds interesting. I should start coloring this now. I'm adding way too many extra small sketchy details. Yeah, it should be good. It's snowing? It's snowing where you are? That's cool. Oh, okay, that's fine. Today's prompt, I'm actually not doing the prompt list that most people are doing. Most people are using like that I forget who made it, but the mainstream, I guess I can say the more popular list. I'm doing a list that I found by a art account called Characters by Jenny. Yeah. So I'm not using like the one most people are using. I picked a different one to use. But today's prompt is toxic. So I decided to do a kind of goop monster type character among waste and biohazardous stuff. That would be cool to do. Also, yes, I would also like to know, it's snowing where you are? For me, it's like fall and like still pretty warm out. A little cool. Yeah, thank you. You want to do Inktober? Yeah, it's fun. Thank you. It is neat. I don't know. I think I just got inspired by the Characters by Jenny's list. It's been pretty fun so far. I remember Inktober last year. For most art challenges and stuff like that, when I first started, I didn't really get into it as I was still figuring out Instagram and posting things and getting into it. So when I started Inktober this year, I was pretty excited. Though I definitely would not put pressure on trying to make sure you do every single day of drawing, because I have definitely not been doing that, as I think today's prompt is technically supposed to be something else. Wooden or something was the prompt, but I wasn't as inspired by it, so I chose to do one of the prompts that I missed, which was toxic. Oh, okay, that's fine. You don't have to like share exact location or anything, but in America, okay, that's cool. Snow. That's really cool that you're getting snow already. For me, it's too warm to get any snow. It's like still in the 50 to 70 degrees Fahrenheit in Celsius. Let me see if it is like, it's 69-ish. It's in the 70s pretty much. In Celsius, that is about 20 degrees Celsius. Oh my, your friend unlocked it? 2 prompts. Oh, really? You doing Inktober this year? That's cool. That's totally okay. I've seen a lot of people get really stressed about like wanting to make sure they did every day, and I almost had that feeling when I first started doing either this or was some other monthly draw every day type thing, but I don't know. It was just like, oh, I guess I missed it. I'll do it tomorrow then? I don't know. I just kind of released the stress of trying to do it, because that doesn't really help. It's not really too healthy to get stressed over trying to draw every day, especially if you don't feel inspired. Then it's totally understandable. You get art blocks, you get those roadblocks for drawing. It's been up and down a little. Oh, okay. I feel like it could look cooler. I don't know. Maybe it's just because I'm not done with any details. I am only in the sketch layer, so coloring time, yay! Should be a little sickly green color. Biohazard! Oops. Yeah. Yeah, it's good. It's totally fine to just try to do what you can. Oh, just keep it under your arm, yeah. It's a little annoying when people just start messing with your stuff without asking and thinking it's funny. I think it is important for people to respect, like, things that don't belong to them, just like having your personal items and stuff. Am I using the wrong brush? Yes, I was using the wrong brush. Oh, you can see it on Instagram. Again, the person who made this prompt list is characters_by_Jenny. I usually link her tag under my drawings where I've been following her prompts on my Instagram. So you should be able to look and find her prompt list on Instagram. Body templates a year ago? That's cool. Yeah, that would be cool. I would like to know how you guys found my channel. I know some people found me through Pinterest. Hi. I know some people found me through Pinterest and some people found me through a couple different ways. So it's always nice to know where you guys found my channel from. Just the other way. But yeah, you can find the... It is characters by Jenny, right? Yep, characters by Jenny. Her tag is Jenny's Inktober 2019. That is the one I've been using to follow these prompts. I've noticed since I started doing it, not that many people were following it, so it's mostly been just a couple people posting on it, which I guess is fine. You don't have to worry about it being drowned out so fast. But I guess it's also not as many people will see it, but I don't know, it's fun for me. I got inspired by the prompts. Oh, hi! Viraj found me through Discord. Hiya, welcome to the stream. Glad you could pop in. Find travel through Pinterest because... Oh, yeah! Those, the character poses? Oh, that's cool. Now, I would like to specify, I did kind of make those as guides. They were not really meant to be meant to be bases, as they are kind of simple, and it was mostly to look at how I drew the structure of the body, and you can just use whatever style you use for it. But some people have used them as bases or just inspirations. I'm fine with however it works for you. It's okay. Oh yeah, when you're warning me about the thing. Oh, okay. Well, thank you. Yeah, I did see the... Oh no, it's okay, reference. That's fine. I'm sorry if you just used a different word. It's perfectly fine. I just wanted to specify because some people do call them bases, and they're not really bases. Sketchbook stuff. Oh yeah, when you have your sketchbook out. I've felt that before. I used to carry around sketchbooks a lot. I don't do it as much anymore, but yeah, it kind of sucks when people are just rude when you're carrying around your stuff and then you're just trying to mind your own business and drawing, but they feel the need to comment. Oh, really? You found my channel when you searched yours? That's interesting. It was more than a year ago. Oh, wow! I forgot how long my channel's been around. It's been like 2 years? It's been a lot of time. But I'm really, really glad. Like, the video I made about poses was like what really started getting my channel growing faster. And like, since then, I have gotten better at making poses. So I do want to make more pose charts to put up on Pinterest, as I noticed that is what really helps people, as I myself go on Pinterest sometimes to look for just pictures of poses, whether like drawn or realistic poses or just cartoony ones. It's always helpful to get a bit of a reference for whatever you're drawing, as long as there's no tracing or anything. Oh, I'm so glad they help you. You found it on Pinterest? That's cool. So I've noticed a lot of people do come from Pinterest, so I'm really glad I started posting my stuff there. But it's really cool to know where you guys found my stuff. Yeah, I get that. People who aren't artists think they have a say in how good... Yeah. If you're just like trying to mind your own business and they start criticizing, that's definitely pretty rude. Yeah. Because like there's some cases where people ask for criticism, but then they don't take it well if it's not positive, which that's not a very good way to take it, especially if you ask for it. But if you're just minding your own business and then someone feels the need to say something really negative, and then they have the nerve to say, oh, it's just criticism, you should take it better. You're minding your own business. You were just trying to draw for fun, especially if it's just for fun. Then it's like, you weren't exactly looking to be a professional artist, whether or not you were. Again, just people making random negative comments isn't really helping at all. Oof. About your friend, oh. channel name? Oh, yeah, I guess because they just had a studio? I don't know, the channel YouTube search is kind of funny, and yeah, our names are not that similar. Oops. I get that. I remember I used to look at my other channels that are kind of similar to my channel name too when I was first naming it. I think there was one person who had a channel name similar to mine, but I think she did like little pony fan art stuff, but she didn't post in a while, so I was like, I guess I could name mine this, as it wasn't the same name, but it was kind of similar. I didn't want people confusing mine with someone else's. The program I am currently using is Photoshop CS6. No, I understand. Yeah, everyone starts from something different. I used to use a lot of reference pictures. I do remember there were a couple things I would trace for poses when I was really little. And I'll just Google for like different pose positions, and I did trace. It's fine as long as you're like not tracing full works and then trying to claim it as your own, because that's definitely not okay. But it's all where you started, and sometimes tracing helps you get a little bit used to form and just getting started anyways. But it's, you know, it's where you started. I understand. Photoshop, yes, it does cost money. I was lucky enough to have someone who already had Photoshop, and they let me use it, as they don't use it that much anymore. But there are definitely other programs that you could totally use. Like earlier, we were actually talking about free programs that are free that you could use for drawing and digital work that don't have to be Photoshop, because you definitely don't need to get things that are super crazy expensive to do good work. As long as the program you're getting isn't trash or anything and it crashes every 5 minutes, or it says, hey, you've been drawing for 5 minutes, time to pay up, then you're fine. I think you could do good work with quite a few tools. I mean, when I was little, I used to draw in sand and dirt at the park. It's more about just that you get practice and get used to using things than how expensive what you have, or how expensive the thing you have is. You shouldn't do that. It looks bad. That's rude. I mean, God, that's rude. I get when people are trying to help, though, because sometimes they might be actually trying to be helpful, but they just did not word it the best way, and then it just kind of comes across rude. And then some people just really don't think about what they say before they say it, which is unfortunately pretty common. But I don't know. I've taken criticism all right since I've started. I've gotten a few comments where it's like, hey, you should practice more before you start trying to make tutorial videos. And I'm like, well, I see your point. And I mean, you could say that to literally any artist. They could always do something better. But I mean, I just really wanted to start getting it out and share what I knew at the time to people. And I've gotten even more comments saying that it helped. And even some of you guys are saying that it helped. And that's what I care more about. Oh yeah, some IBIS paint and fire alpaca stuff people have been talking about. Watercolor and traditional, that's cool. Yeah, digital art takes a little getting used to, especially like some of the tools that are available and the Control Z. And sometimes when things, both traditional and digital art have their ups and downs, with digital having problems of occasional software crashes, but then you got ups of different tools you can use, like adjusting different layers. Layers are especially useful for digital art, since you don't exactly have layers in traditional art. And when you erase something, it goes away completely instead of like possibly leaving behind residue. But then again, there are ways of avoiding certain problems with traditional art. It's all just what you're used to. Yeah, there are different ways of taking criticism and different ways people will say it. I do try to use criticism and try to get the helpful part from what people say. about what I'm doing. I definitely do get quite a few positive comments, which I definitely really do appreciate. It helps me know that, yay, I can do things. I can do this. I can make an art channel and people will find it useful. Or at least entertaining. But yeah, criticism could totally help you improve. And as long as you're not getting people that are just like, hey, your art sucks, do be better, get good, then that's not really... And then just try to call it criticism, that's not really helpful. That's just talking smack about someone's work. Try to make goodness in sketch. Oh, I have seen that as a pretty big problem for most people for the inking part. For this sketch this is more like I'm doing this one as a colored sketch. Today is a colored sketch day, but the whole inking thing, for me, when I do my sketches, I have a habit of adding quite a bit of detail and cleaning it up quite a bit before I get into the line art. So I haven't really run into the problem of the line art looking wonky because the sketch was a little vague in the way it looked. So yeah, I would definitely suggest when you're on the sketch, some people do 2 sketches to where they sketch and then they sketch on top of it on a new layer if you're doing it digitally. And then you make the second sketch cleaner, so by the time you get to the line art, it is much more clear as to how something looked in the design of it before you get to the line art. Looks kind of nice, can have it. Yeah, I've had a couple people asking if they can have some pieces, which, I mean, yeah, I get that, but it's like, it's your work. You spent the time doing it. So it's not, and they better not get mad if you say no, because it's your work. Again, if they spent time making a cake and you come over like, that looks nice, can I have it? It's like, no, it's my cake. You just get ownership over your own work. So yeah, but of course that's where commissions could come in. If someone really likes your art, you could always do commissions and then sell what you do. Can you draw me? Oh wow, yeah. Maybe I should sleep. About the can you draw me? Oof, I've gotten that quite a few times. I have thought about saying yes, but then of course the logic will kick in and be like, no, because I don't think you are willing to sit there for 30 plus minutes, maybe an hour. I don't think you're willing to sit there for an hour while I attempt to draw you and your face. I don't think you have the patience for that. And if I'm going to do that, I may require compensation and monies, which I don't think you're willing to supply. So that will be a no, 9. Yet. But that's pretty common questions to have. And of course getting sleep is always a relatively hard thing to get. Sketch on darker traditional paper, use another paper on top, trace it. Yeah, that's a good way to do it. You can that's a good way to do it. You can use different pieces of paper as your layers in traditional art. Gossiped a lot. Said she would. Oh gosh, that's annoying. Yeah, it is good to know who you're talking to when people start asking you for stuff and art and things, because good that you knew that about her and know who to ignore or avoid, because people can really be like toxic and annoying. Toxic, today's prompt. But yeah. Day 2 with no sleep? You have not been sleeping? Like, no sleep? No sleeps? No sleeps for you? It's not very healthy. I should mention, as someone who does not get as much sleep as they should, sleep is very important. So many parts of your life, it's interesting, so many things mentally, internally, externally, so many things about the human body are affected by how much or how little sleep you get. Things from your outward appearance to how well you function as a whole. Sleep is really important. Okay. Bye. I hope you get sleep, unless I talked too much rambling about how important sleep was and I missed when he actually left. I'm very sorry. I need to learn how to set up this chat because I can't see it when I have Photoshop open, so I have to keep switching back and forth. So if anyone else who uses this IBS Streamlabs who knows how the chat works properly, so I'm going to be honest, I did not know how to stream at all until 2 days ago. So I am extremely new to streaming and talking while reading chats and drawing live. I'm very, very new to it all. It's only 3 p.m. here. That's cool. Oh, you're still there. I need to look at the chat more often. Sleep deprived. Aw. Sleep is still really important. Talking about you badly? That's so rude. Yeah, it's really best to try to avoid really talk. I mean, I guess it's just saying avoid them, ignore them is. I mean, most people give that kind of advice, but like, they're toxic, rude, annoying, conceited people everywhere. Just like, always gotta try to live around them. Try not to let them affect you too much. Because I've definitely dealt with people that just like, okay, young human, how do you sleep at night? They're everywhere. Eventually learn how to deal with them one way or another, avoid them, or they just kind of stop being in your life. They might move, or both your paths just slowly move away, and I guess it kind of teaches you something now and then. Yeah. Arwen, I really hope you can get more sleep, and Miracle, I really hope your life does kind of move apart from that one girl person. Like, it is not great when people are just draining and really add nothing to your life. It's just annoying for them to be around. But I really hope you can either find a good way to deal with it, be apart from that person. That's good. Yeah, that can work. Really goopy and mushy. I should make this darker. It's a little too light. Oof. Ow, that is a bright red. That works. Oh, you're gonna die. The phone's gonna die soon. Okay. It was really nice. I'm glad you were here. Bye. This is really nice. All of you guys just coming in here talking about different things, and that is too brown. Or too red? I don't like that color. It's... What color should this be actually? Should it be black? Make this darker. Okay, since there's still some of you guys here, I guess I could ask some more. Huh? Defense. Where? Oh, really? Yeah. Popularity is a thing that's around. I don't know. That's funny. I don't know, not funny, but some people used to say that they were too scared to talk to me because my niceness intimidated them. One person came up to me and said that, and like, I knew quite a few people in some a few grades ago, so like we were just a pretty big friend group. We've kind of drifted now, so it's a little sad, but there have been like quite a few people that I've been able to know now, but I don't know about the whole popularity thing. It's not the best thing to focus on when you're in grade school, because it's like, it's not a really important thing once you get older. It's better to try to make as many positive memories as you can while you're trying to get through grade school. Oh wow. Oh, that is dark. Is that too dark? Yeah, there. I'm so sorry. I got really focused on the details, but maybe some more questions. Like, what is something you may have really, really wanted to do in life, but you either have not been able to, or you're kind of scared to do it, or scared to try it? Oh, you don't feel that comfortable around a lot of people? Yeah, I get that. Quite a few people here have mentioned how they're kind of like more on the introverted side. They like to be at home. They kind of a bunch of night owls. Just stay at home and enjoy things there with their pets. 'Cause pets are nice. Most pets won't judge you and stuff and be all rude for no reason. Oops, that's the wrong tool. Okay. You have to do things. Okay, bye. Glad you could be here. You want to ride a potato someday? You've been too scared to ride a potato? I can see that. Potatoes seem pretty wild. Get a wild potato, them things start going everywhere. I think, speaking of potatoes and being able, it having to be big enough for you to ride it, I remember seeing this picture one time of this hotel or little house that was made from a giant potato, I think it was. And it was like this little room, it was carved out in the middle, it had a bed and it was like a house, but made of a potato. Inside a potato. It's interesting. I think it's interesting how many things could be made out of food. Sometimes I'd watch all these cooking shows and all the things some people make out of sugar that look like all these different shapes, and chocolate. Chocolate especially. There's a lot of things people have made out of chocolate. Aww. Yeah, doggos are really nice. Really non-judgmental. And they're always excited when you show up. They just see you, it's just like, oh, you're the person I know, you're the person that feeds me, you're the person I love, and you love me. Yay, yay, yay. And they're just so happy to know that you exist. Doggos are so nice. Alright, that's... Ooh. I need to fill in his face because I just realized he doesn't have any part of his eyes or anything. Now, should they be black or pure white? What if his face looked a little on the darker side? Make a Peppa Pig cake. Oh, that sounds cool. I have a friend who got a really tiny canvas and she painted Peppa Pig on it. It was really cute. Oh, you love hearing your bird screaming when you go home. I have I know someone else who has another friend who has a bird. Two birds actually. They're really cute birds. Little parakeets. They're really chubby and adorable. I wanted to get a parakeet at one time. Speaking of birds, what type of bird do you have? I don't know why I didn't ask that before. Ooh, got a cockatoo. That's cool. A dream car, a van with Peppa Pig painted on it. Oops. Oh, I just googled the bird you said you had. It's a really pretty bird. Aw, it has nice colors. Yeah, I just googled it. It's really pretty. Well, if you actually meant it about dream car, I don't know if I would say I have a dream car. Oops, that is a wrong spot to put that. Ooh, I think I should actually be black. I think it'd look, I don't know, edgier. Sure, going for an edgy drawing-esque. A semi-edgy. Did I color that right? I think his mouth is confusing me. I don't think I did color this mouth correctly. At least how I meant it to look. Oh, blonde teacup chihuahua. They can... She's too... Aw, little 2-year-old bird. Live up to 80. I have heard birds... Quite a few birds live for a really long time. Aw, 2-pound little chihuahua. Oh, they're so tiny. Oh, they're cute. Really small little doggo. Let me this. I need to use a different brush. That one's not working for this part. What if that part was a yellow, a bright yellow? Spooky. That looks like an egg. I used yellow and white. It looks like he has an egg for an eye. That's not what I was going for. Should it be yellow, though? Instead of pure white. Yeah, that looks better, actually. Aw, fully grown 2-pound puppy. Aw, chihuahuas. Hello, Jamali. Welcome to the stream. Chihuahuas, yeah. I know someone who had, like, she had a friend's mom who had, like, a bad time with Chihuahuas. A lot of people say Chihuahuas are, like, aggressive little doggos. Just barking and running around. So, I mean, I could see, I've seen a couple pretty aggressive little dogs. There you go. You just jumped into me drawing a spooky half deranged and maybe half conscious biohazardous waste creature. Aww. Aw, poor little puppy. Yeah, there are a lot of poor little animals that are out there. It's really good that you rescued her. That's cool. Oops, what did I do? What did I do? What did I do? Oh, oops. It's okay though, about when you said sorry for being late. It's okay. I started a little late, but how long have I been streaming now? 2 hours? I think that's a good time. I'm trying not to extend it too long because I almost did it for like 3 hours yesterday, I think. There you go. But yeah. Aww. Aww, poor doggy. I mean, yeah, I get that. Some dogs definitely do have a reason for not being very trusting of people. Especially when things like that happen. So, like, little doggo did not deserve that. Poor little thing. But good that she's rescued. Quite a few little animals do need help from some peoples that don't treat them very well. Oh, hiya. Thanks. Ooh, I might be able to. I do have to leave soon, that's for sure. But if I can, then I'll totally pop in, because Roblox sounds fun. Or whenever I can pop in. Dream pet. Pet lives a long time. Aww. That's a good dream pet. Going to be lurking. Okay. Thanks. My dream pet. That's a really good question. I feel like I had one. I know one pet that I thought would be really cool to have is either a really sweet and cuddly type of bird, because I think birds are really cute and sweet. Or something exotic like a snowy owl or a sea bunny slug. I think sea bunny slugs are toxic though, so maybe I wouldn't be able to touch it, so that'd be kind of sad. But either something exotic and unique or something really cute and cuddly and super huggable. Maybe a sloth. Sloths are pretty different and they seem like they could be huggable. A bird and a hamster. Aww. Yeah, hamsters are really cute. I used to really want hamsters when I was little. They're really cute little fuzzy creatures. What is the most interesting or unique animal you've ever seen? goody, this drawing is finally starting to come together a little better. Should hurry up, though. Have pets. Oh, you've had 7 pets. A blobfish. Yeah, that's definitely unique. And a really interesting creature. Really odd thing. But 7 pets, that's interesting. I've had quite a few pets in my life, too. Have I ever seen a blobfish? Yes, I've seen many pictures of a blobfish. I was a mixture of confused yet intrigued when I saw said fish. It's a really interesting little thing. A lot of really odd creatures are in the ocean. Have you seen a blobfish in real life? Or just pictures, which I would think that is how most people have seen it. If you have never seen a blobfish in real life, what is the most odd or interesting creature have you seen in real life? Real life, like just go outside or go somewhere and then this thing is just there that you may or may not recognize as an animal. Oops, it's the wrong button. Welcome back. Oh my gosh, that took me a while to see. I'm sure they don't look like your face. They are really squishy little things. I think we were talking about blobfish yesterday. I forget why. But you just came back. A wild potato! To those who just popped in back, we are talking about most strange animal you've ever seen, either in pictures or in real life. What's the most strangest thing you've ever seen? Animal. Creature from the depths or backyard, because some interesting stuff show up in people's backyards. Especially if you're in Australia. Your sister! Oh my god! That took me a minute to do that. Oh my gosh. A dino skull. I don't think dino skulls are gross, but I think dino skulls are interesting. The structure of creatures millions of years ago. Do you think dino skulls look funny? Speaking of skulls, one time I found a possum skull in my backyard. I did not know how big possums' teeth are compared to their skull. They have pretty big teeth for like biting. Like canines, pretty sharp teeth. Creepy, not gross. Oh, creepy. I don't know. I don't think skeletons and bones was something. I think it used to bother me when I was little, but more when I got older, it's something that's been more interesting. Like, oh, its structure and what makes it look the way it is. Especially like when they have those pictures of when people draw like what cartoon characters' skeletal structures probably look like. I don't know. I just thought those were funny. Though again, when I found that possum skull, I had no idea what it was. Also, I don't know where it came from. I don't know if like an animal just ate it and then just kind of spat it there or not, but it was interesting. Eats possums? Yeah. I know like in the southern regions of America, like southern states, like when you have like Louisiana-ish, Florida states, they have like possum and squirrel. Also gators. Yesterday we were talking about eating like different things like bugs and Country. Country. I'm sorry. I read that as county. I thought you were being really specific for some reason. That makes sense, yeah. Yeah, people eat a lot of stuff in different places. Ooh. But yeah. What was I mentioning? Something about possums. A bone of wild animal. Aw, that's interesting. Using a bone as a ring. Huh. I mean, I've seen people have necklaces of shark teeth, so I mean, I guess, but my gosh, at least ask for it or something. Goodness. Ooh, the lighter parts are starting to make it look more slimy. Fun. Duck. Oh, that reminds me, yeah. I know quite a few people that eat duck. Yesterday, when I mentioned what's the most random thing you've ever eaten, which if you guys weren't there, or if you just weren't around when we asked the question, what is the most random or odd thing you've ever eaten? But yesterday, someone said they ate a turducken, which if you don't know, it's a chicken inside of a duck inside of a turkey. So it was really big and a lot of bird. A lot of bird. Oh, the name of this one. You know, I don't know. I wasn't really thinking about a name, but he could probably use a name. Look at him over there. Having a great old time being half conscious and half of him not even being a solid, movable structure. But, you know, he makes the best out of it. May not have many friends, but he enjoys his glistening skin in the sun. I don't think I could say he has skin, really. He's just a mass. A blobby mass. Fish with PB&J sandwich. That is a bit of a random combination. I used to think of one time when I had German chocolate cake frosting with celery. I have no idea why. The sweetness, and I just wanted something fresh and crispy, so I started eating it with celery. And it was a day. It happened. Acid man. Acid does whatever an octopus can. You know, I could see him doing octopus things. Very octopod things. Fun fact, the plural of octopus is octopod. The very technical, correct way of referring to more than one octopus is octopod. Many people think it is like, if it's not octopus, then it would be cacti, or octopi, as the plural of cactus is cacti. Though the plural of most words would, the N and an S would be in an I, but not octopus. It's octopod. It's very, very odd. Okay, I think this is about done. I've added some of the last few details, maybe a couple of bubbles in his sliminess, and then I think it'll be about done. No, not like that. Yeah. Octopi. You know, that sounds... Octopi. I feel like someone would eat it. I feel like someone would eat an octopi just because. And I just saw that me favorite cartoon? You guys can answer that too. Though personally, I want to say, as far as any type of comedy show, just cartoon. Avatar: The Last Airbender is a really, really good one. It's really great. And then like the older seasons of SpongeBob are pretty funny. I used to watch them when I was like really small. The older ones. And Teen Titans is a good one. Also the slightly older one than what's newer on Cartoon Network now. T. I think it's. Oh my gosh, I remember Wow Wow Wubsy. That was a show. I remember that. I only remember seeing like a couple episodes because it became one of those shows that like some channels would only put up at like 2 or 3 in the morning because they thought no one was interested in it, which is rude. Like, I liked the show. Oh yeah, Teen Titans Go gets a lot of hate. Oh, yeah, a lot. I remember watching the first few episodes of it with my brothers when it first came out because we were thinking it was gonna be like the original one. It wasn't. So I guess honestly, if you're gonna compare it to the original, it makes sense why it gets a lot of criticism. But yeah, even on its own, it's alright. A lot of screaming and slapstick humor. I personally enjoy clever humor. A couple slapsticks alright, but like when it's cleverly written and clever dialogue, it's always funny. Peppa Pig. Oh no, it's okay. I'm not saying it's bad to like it. It's okay. I'm just saying, like, I could understand why it gets so much criticism. Everyone likes different things. And Peppa Pig. I have a little sister who I did mention earlier in the stream. She likes Peppa. She likes Peppa a lot. I think it's a cute show. It's funny. Alrighty. Let me just recolor those sketch lines. And then the stream will be done for today. So if you guys have any last minute questions, anything you want to ask or suggest, I am open to it until I finish up the last few details I have for this one. Hola Pandy! We're almost done here today. Let me see if I have it to Ya, ya casi hemos terminado aquí hoy, okay? Just finishing up the drawing. Oh, gracias. I think it came out alright. I want to do a little more details with the background. So I'm definitely going to add a few more details before posting it. But I do have to leave soon. So I just wanted to finish this up before I left. But yeah, so if you guys have any last minute questions or ideas or suggestions before I end the stream, you can go ahead and do so and ask away. Yeah, it's done. Oh, I know it does have to end eventually, but don't worry. I will do another one, if not tomorrow, then the next day. Oh, wait, hold on. Today is Wednesday. Tomorrow's Thursday. So, I know I'll definitely be able to do one tomorrow, but I will not be able to do one Friday because I do have some things I have to do. But other than that, yep, it looks like this one's about finished. So, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for being in the stream. Thank you for being active. Oops. Oh, okay, gracias. Sí, mañana otro stream. Sí, okay. So, gracias por venir. Thank you for coming. And I guess I'll see you tomorrow. Yay, thank you. Okay. So thank you for coming to this stream. Thank you so much for asking all your questions and being super active in the chat. Hope you guys have a stellar day. Bye. Bye bye, peoples. Adios. Gracias.